Welcome back to another video, and today we're in Ultra League. We've got a Melmetal, a Giratina Origin, and an Alolan Muck. These battles have been submitted by a member of Hobart Discord, Doocy, and what we're going to focus on today is little improvements we can make to teams to perhaps eke out a few more wins. Some of these battles will be losses today, and so we'll just go into the first one and we'll see what happens. So on the lead there, he's got out of the Lucario matchup in the Melmetal, which is very sensible. It has powered up to the Shadow Ball and he's just copped that one. He's now going to throw the move here. Now, first thing I noticed is the Giratina Origin is running double nukes. It's got the Dragon move and also Shadow Ball. He's bringing his Muck here. And I've just noticed his Muck's got Poison Jab. So we'll touch on those movesets a little bit more later, but let's just get into the games. So the opposition player has swapped out into Empoleon. It's not looking great here. Now, Doocy's opted to throw the Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave is resisted by Empoleon because of the steel typing. And he did have Dark Pulse on his Alolan Muck there too. So Alolan Muck should be throwing Dark Pulses there, and they do quite a bit of damage. He's got into his Melmetal now, which is good heads-up play. And he's throwing the Superpower. Now, throwing the Superpower there has left him incredibly debuffed without any energy, and the Lucario is just going to farm him down. He's now come back in with his Poison Jab Muck, and this is going to be game over. It doesn't really matter what the move is here. It's just going to be able to counter him down afterwards. It's still got a shield, and he's getting to the move here. Dark Pulse, which is definitely the move he should be throwing on steel types. Gets that one away. The opponent's let it go, and he's got a Togekiss in the back. Unfortunately, lost that one pretty decisively. Now we're into the next game here. We've got a Haunter on the lead. Bit of a neutral matchup here. Better to see the Haunter now than on the Giratina. So didn't power up much here, so this is definitely just Shadow Punch. It goes through. We're throwing the Rock Slide. This won't KO, so I doubt the Gengar will shield that, and he doesn't. Now he's going to get to another Shadow Punch here. What's Doocy going to do? Is he going to shield this one? If he does, he'll probably win switch. I can't imagine the Gengar will shield this. Could do if he wanted to, because he would be able to whittle it down. He does outpace the Melmetal slightly. Now brings the Swampert in. Doocy heads up play, just swaps straight in to his Giratina, and now we've got a Dragon Breath Charizard on the Giratina. Now, he's throwing the Shadow Ball here, and that's been shielded. Now, I would imagine this is going to be a Dragon Claw coming through now. He's decided to shield that. Now, perhaps he could have considered not shielding it. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. He's wanting to put the shield pressure on here, and he does end up getting both shields. But what we may see here is the Dragon Breath, whittling down the Giratina. So this Charizard's absolutely loaded. I wouldn't be surprised now if this is going to be a Blast Burn coming through. And it looks like it's going to get close to sweeping endgame here. Especially now he's gone back into the Swampert, and this looks like Earthquake. As we're seeing there, the Poison Jab damage on the Muck is unfortunately not a great move. Definitely need to be using Snarl, which is more effective against Giratina, which is big in this meta. So I'd say to Doocy there, you need to change your moveset. It's just, it's not a very efficient moveset. Now he's throwing this Shadow Ball here. The Swampert's dipped out. This is going to go into a Muck. That's a bit unfortunate. Probably just needed to wait a little and charge a little bit more energy up before throwing there, predicting that perhaps the opposition were going to swap out, him having swapped out as well. And probably wanting to conserve that alignment of the Swampert. So I guess there's something to learn. If you swap in, you can try and put fast move pressure on, but just be aware they're probably going to swap. If he'd waited a little bit longer, he could have got the Dragon Pulse off. But in any case, he's done really well here. Now, he's throwing the Dragon Pulse again here. I wouldn't have probably recommended that. It's more energy than Shadow Ball, and it was pretty obvious that the opposition were going to shield there. So he's wasted a little bit of energy. And Shadow Ball is still super effective. Shadow Ball Ghost types are super effective against Ghost. So just throwing the Shadow Ball would have been good, and he's decided to swap out, and he's caught the Dragon Claw here on the Muck. Good little swap there. Now, once again, Swampert comes back in. This is going to be Earthquake. He's got no shield, so he's been well and truly outplayed a little bit here. But there's just a few things in that match that we saw there, a little bit of fine-tuning that could have certainly helped in that matchup. So one of them was throwing the less energy move, knowing that it was going to be shielded, and the less energy move was still super effective. Now, unfortunately, using up all these shields like he did on the Giratina at the start here, it's just left his Swampert completely, their Swampert just completely open and easy. Just, yeah, and because he is weak to ground type attacks, double weak with the Melmetal and the Mark, Swampert running free without any shields to stop anything, it's just going to run through him in the back. So he just needs to be mindful of shield usage. This is a great matchup on the lead here with the Cresselia. Let's see how we go here. So that's the way, charging up plenty of energy. Now the moves coming through could be Grass Knot. No, it's Moonblast. So suggests the opposition player doesn't have Grass Knot, which is a terrific situation to be in. The steel typing on Melmetal means it will win this matchup. It's going to be a bit of a long one. It's definitely going to be chipping away. So he should be able to win this comfortably, just plugging away with those moves and just continuing to do that. It's probably going to be closer than we think here, particularly if the debuff comes through, but still does win the matchup. Or at least it's meant to. Gets another move away there. Another one coming through here. What's he going to opt to do? He's going to let that go, as he should. Now, should be able to get another Rock Slide through here. Now, they've swapped in their Melmetal. He's done well there. He overcharged before doing the throwing the move, and he should be able to get to 2 here, and he has. That's perfect. Now, what he wants to do now is dip straight out and get into that Giratina. Unfortunately, what he's done there is, well, the opposition player's thrown his energy here, so that's not actually a bad result, and it's debuffed itself. So in the end, it's worked out. But perhaps dipping straight out would have been the play there. He might have even been able to catch the superpower on the Giratina. Now he's shielding the Rock Slide here. Shouldn't be doing that. This Melmetal has been debuffed, which means its attack is lower, and it's only got Rock Slide as its effective move against the Giratina. So I probably would have recommended not shielding at all. In that matchup, and looking to farm all the way down. Unfortunately, now we've only got the one shield left here, and he's going to have to try and poison jab down this Cresselia. He's throwing the move here. Let's hope the Cresselia doesn't shield. But look, we've gone from being in a really commanding position to being in a bit of a dicey one. This Moonblast is going to do a lot of damage. Fairy type on Dark type does a fair bit of damage there. He may even get to another move here. No, Poison Jab just gets there and does the job in the end. Now he's going to throw the Dark Pulse here. Now, the thing about Dark Pulse is it's actually resisted by Fairy types, and he had enough energy to throw the Sludge Wave there, which would have just about KO'd the Togekiss. It's not going to matter in this game. I imagine this isn't going to KO. It's only an Ancient Power, and he should be able to farm down, or he just gets a move off it with CMP. So he still did win, but geez, he made that really tight. So a few things to look for there, just knowing your typing, and just being able to sum up situations. So knowing when you need to use your shields. The best example was that Melmetal matchup. It had been debuffed. It's only throwing Rock Slides. Giratina can take that. Now, the two things that we want to really take out of this are optimal move sets. We need to switch over that Poison Jab, and we need to consider perhaps the bait move on the Giratina rather than having the 2 nukes, just for that bait potential. And the other one here is knowing your typings. Now, there's a hell of a lot of typings to know, what resists what's super effective against what. There's a lot to learn, but it's important to learn that stuff. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video.